Another one was that Brian Melvin saw a demon having cloven hoofs for feet as well. So it was like part horse or whatever kind of animal it is. He also said he saw a classic demonic demon, Brian Melvin said he saw, and it had large bat-like wings, mauvey red in color. So you get, so it was like half human, half ghoul. So again, we're seeing the classic signs of part bat, part humanoid. So we're seeing these classic signs here. Then, of course, we've got Mary Baxter. He also, Brian Melvin also said he saw some demons that look almost human. They resembled human beings as well. So you get ones that look identical to us. Some demons can look like that. So we need to understand that can be a very tricky one, because you might think that's a person, but it's actually not a person. Then we've got Mary Baxter here, and she said that she's in a divine revelation of hell. She said that I looked all at once the dark figure of a man attired in a long dark cape appeared in front of the door. So this is in the bottomless pit area. So again, she's describing a demon that looks like a man. She also looked at, on page 178 of her book, she said that I looked up and saw a beautiful room full of riches and shining jewels. In the center of the room was a beautiful woman. At the top of this room was written, Queen of Satan. So the Queen of Satan actually looks like a beautiful woman. So again, it looks human. She looks human, but she's not. The woman spat in Mary Baxter's face when Mary Baxter was trying to get help from her, because Mary thought it was a person that could help her, but it was actually a demon that she was speaking to there. Also, Brian Melvin said he saw some demons that look insect-like as well, like walking stick insects. Mary Baxter also said in one of her interviews that she saw giant insect demons like that of a cockroach up to about 11 feet tall, and another like a giant spider as well. Yeah, so sometimes demons can look like spiders, or they can look like cockroaches or walking stick insects. Also, Brian Melvin said that he saw gargoyles without wings as well. He saw demons that looked like gargoyles that didn't have any wings, and they ranged from a few inches to around 5 feet tall. Mary Baxter again saw another demon that had had a large body with a face like a bat and claws for hands. She also described how she saw another demon that was had broken wings. So again, some of these humanoid beings have wings. It was brownish black. He had hair all over his large form. His eyes were set back far into his head, and was about the size of a grizzly bear. So they can be very, very big as well. For the understanding characteristics of demons is that demons, they actually have their own language. Brian Melvin says, while I could hear it, the reptilians speak in another language. I heard in plain English. So sometimes in the spirit world, you can know things that you wouldn't normally get to know. So if somebody's speaking a different language, you can actually understand it without knowing what the words are. Again, he says in page 65 of his book, I could understand what the demons, were saying, even though they spoke not English, but some type of murmuring tongue. Now, you also find that in Bill Weiss on page 4 of his book. He says, I could hear the creatures speaking to each other. Although I could not identify what language it was, somehow I could understand their words. Another characteristic of demons is that demons can do hypnotic stares. They can stare you out. They're very good at that. Because Brian Melvin said, he says, I averted my eyes from its hypnotic stare. And then, of course, we've got evidence of telepathy as well. Like, so the demons down in hell can have telepathic abilities. You know, like they can put ideas into your head, you know. Brian Melvin also said that the demons down in hell, in one of his interviews, was that they can move very acrobatic, very quickly. They move very quickly like lizards do. The touch of the demons can sometimes feel like icy cold, or it can feel hot as well at the same time. According to Mary Baxter, they can feel like hot coals. Sometimes the touch of demons can feel like hot coals pressed against your body if they touch you. Sometimes the demons can have glowing eyes as well, sometimes not. Yeah. So the typical characteristics of a demon is they can have hypnotic stare. Their appearance can be part animal, part humanoid, part mammal, part bird, part reptile. Can sometimes look like identical to human beings, can look like animals, can be giant insects of say 12 feet tall, can look like typical reptilian, can look like gargoyles, can look like devils, can have glowing eyes. They're usually bipedal, some are not, some are on 4 legs. They can make growling noises. Growling noises is another characteristic of demons. Superhuman speed, superhuman strength. Some can do illusions, like they can imitate the dead. They can have telepathic abilities or audible speech. They have their own language. And so these are the characteristics of what demons are capable of doing. So that's all I have time for.